I've been with this man for 10 years. He got sent to prison, sentenced to 33 years, and I was devastated. It was a very traumatic evening for me.
10 years. You were married. He got sentenced to 33 years in prison.
Yeah.
Then how's he here today?
He got out early.
When did you marry him? Before or after he went to prison?
Before. He was in jail when he proposed to me through the glass.
So did you meet him in jail?
No. We were living together before he went to jail.
So you were living together before he went to jail?
Yeah.
Where did you meet him and how and when?
Through a friend of mine. He was living with a friend of mine. And
so he did something while you were together which caused him to go to jail?
No, Your
What
Honor,
happened?
it was before we met.
He had done something before you met?
That's not true, Your Honor. That's
That
not
is.
true.
And he got arrested after
Diane,
you
you
met?
know that's not
Yes,
true.
they broke in at 4 o'clock in the morning and took him away.
They being the police?
The police, yes.
And you didn't know anything about this man's past?
No,
Oh,
he was
please.
very
Come
secretive.
on, Diane.
You never
all our
told
friends,
me
all our
anything.
friends told you about what was going on with me,
No.
and you knew that too.
No, I did not.
Well,
Yes,
tell
you
me
did.
what was going
Yes,
on,
you
because
did.
I'm at a loss.
I was on escape from jail.
You were an escapee.
Yes, I was an escapee, and when I met Diane,
You announced to her that you were a fugitive from justice.
yes, I did, Your Honor.
Tell me, how did you tell her that?
Pretty much with the things that I was doing, I had let her know that, hey, the police are after me, and there's places that I cannot go because I have escaped.
A stranger that you didn't know whether she would call the police
No,
on you or
this
not? You're going to tell me that you sat down and told her all this?
After we got to know each other. And I didn't tell her right off the bat. This was after I got to know her a little better. A lot better, actually.
And you told her that?
Yes.
What made
yes,
you comfortable
way.
that she wouldn't call the police and turn you in?
Because at the time when I told her, I was in love with Diane. And I thought that, me and her were going to be together for life. And
How are you going to be together for life when you're an escapee from prison? Did you think you weren't going to ever get caught? Or did you think she was going to do life in prison with you?
well, I didn't think I was going to get caught. And
Miss Simpson,
Yes.
this man is saying that he stood there and told you, I'm an escapee from prison,
If he had told
I'm running from the law, but I want us to live happily ever after. And you fell for that.
No, I did not find out he was an escapee until years later when he sent me all the details that the police reports. Copies
You mean
of those.
after he got arrested?
Years after he got arrested.
no, not years after
Yes.
I got arrested. Diane, while I was in jail for a year. Not just did you get all my transcripts, but you talked to my lawyer, for one.
But that was when you were in jail
I know,
for a year. But
that's-
I'm trying to find out before the police finally found you,
Right.
thank God, and you got arrested. You hadn't told her about this sordid past?
No, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Everybody was made aware of what was going on with me.
I still don't believe that you told her all of that.
Well, Your Honor, I don't know how to prove it to you, but I did. One of the reasons why I told Diane everything was because I thought she was gonna, we were gonna get
Be
married,
together
have
forever.
kids. Exactly.
Even if it meant life in prison.
Yeah,
Together.
Yeah.
Ms. Simpson, and now when you found out he was an escapee and the police arrested him, took him back to jail, you knew then that he was a prisoner, right?
Yes.
You married him after the fact.
Yes.
Okay, so your excuse before, you said you didn't know.
Yeah.
Once he's in jail, you know. At least you know one thing, he's in jail. Even if you didn't know why he was in jail.
Right.
And even if you didn't know his sordid past, you knew this moment he's in jail.
Yeah.
Why did you pursue it and marry him? You had been given an escape.
I was young.
That's a good way to put it. You had been given an escape.
No, I was young and in love. I wanted to make it work with him. I wanted to keep him. And I didn't really think he'd be in that long.
The state was keeping him. You didn't need to keep him.
I just didn't know he'd be in that long.
But didn't they tell you how long
Yes,
he'd be in
they
there?
Not
told
until
me.
after we were married.
No, you
Oh,
talked
come
to
on,
my
Miss
lawyer.
Simpson,
Come on.
now.
You talked to my
At the
lawyers.
day
He
we
told you
got
33
married.
years, and
The day
that
we-
we'd do a plea agreement for
Would you
10
please?
years.
The day we
You knew
got
that.
married, he went into the next courtroom and got sentenced to 33 years.
Now, he says he wasn't sentenced to 33 years. He said
Yes.
there was a plea agreement for 10.
He was sentenced to 33 years with a minimum of 10.
The day after you got married.
The day we got married.
Well, Miss Simpson, He was due to be sentenced the day you got married.
Exactly. So this whole
But you
process
hadn't been
had already
sentenced
been
yet
taken care of.
to the 10 years with him. Miss Simpson, you going to tell me now, you know he's in jail. He's about to be sentenced. You still haven't married yet. You got a way of escape. You didn't bother to inquire?
No. I believed
So now
in
who
him.
do you blame for that?
Myself.
Thank you.
I believed in him. He talked a good talk.
No. He's no longer talking a good talk. You knew then that he's going away at least 10 years. So
Diane.
just because he told you to wait for him, you have free will.
I know.
Exactly. You
But
had
I
free
believed
will.
in marriage, and I wanted
And
to
that
make
was
it work.
way before we even filed for the
How were
divorce.
you going
We're
to make, you
talking
wanted
8
to
years
make
ago.
it work? So you stayed with him for 10 years while he was in jail?
Yeah.
No, she did not stay with me for 10 years while I was in jail.
Oh, she didn't?
Heck no, she didn't.
No,
I mean,
not the lady who's professing to me that she wanted to make it work.
Oh, not the lady that was professing to you that she wanted to make it work. 3 months after I got to prison, she came in and she was pregnant. You know, and just
You mean not
dropped
only
it
do
on
you
me.
have the power to escape from prison, you have the power to impregnate from
I
prison too?
guess so.
Well, this got crazy. Imagine saying I do and waking up the next morning and being like, why is my husband on America's Most Wanted? Not only did she not marry a man, she married a plot twist with handcuffs. This dude literally escaped from jail and went straight to the altar. Bro said from prison bars to wedding bars. I bet you the father-daughter dance had better security than he did. And a 33-year sentence? Girl, you weren't marrying a husband. You were marrying a prison timeline. How do you go from honeymoon suite to cell block D in 24 hours? Sir didn't commit to the marriage, but he did commit to 33 years. He really said till death do us part. But the judge said, till parole do you part. And the funny thing is that she thought that she would believe in marriage. She told him that she would wait for him. Yeah, for 3 months. She said, oh, I'll stand by you, my man. Baby girl didn't stand by. She ran a whole pregnancy speed run with someone else. And another thing that's crazy is she had the audacity to still visit him in prison while pregnant. That is the highest level of disrespect humanly possible. She came to visit him and he looked her up and down and thought, wow, she's been really eating her emotions away. She's so sad. I feel terrible. No, that girl found comfort, cardio, and conception. And apparently she knew sort of what was going on before she married him. I don't understand how you could ever do something like that, but I want to ask you guys, would you do the same thing for love, or is that crazy?
No, because, and
3
pretty
months
much
later, tell me, was
just
a
shattered
conjugal
my whole
visit?
life. No, we don't have
No,
conjugal
we got in a
visits.
fight after he went to prison about the length of his sentence. I was angry. I was lonely. It was a one-time thing with the child's father.
No, it was not a one-time thing. I got, Your
You
Honor,
got into,
one time
excuse
thing.
me.
Excuse me, I got a
You
letter
got into
right
a
here.
fight about the length of his prison sentence.
Hey.
Why do you have to fight with him about the length of his prison sentence? You're the one that's free. So then what you do?
A one-night thing. I got a letter
A
right
one-time
here.
thing. I'm
a
not with
one-night
him.
thing.
I am not with him any longer.
Might not be
Have
with
not
him any
been with him
longer,
for
but
years.
it
So what
sure
did she
says
do?
right here. It has his whole life story about how he's a rock and roll star and how he works here.
Let
and
me
that-
read this. How did you get this letter?
She wrote it to me. She wrote
To
it
tell
to
you
me.
about her new love.
About her new love and about how she doesn't want to have anything to do with me
But this
anymore.
says you had filed for divorce by then.
Yes.
Well, if you filed for divorce, you told her you didn't want her.
Yeah.
Well, that
Exactly.
was, as a matter of fact, that
3
was
months
one of the
after
letters.
you married this man who you were just so in love with, and even though he was going to prison and you were going to wait for him, you get pregnant by somebody else.
Yeah.
What kind of love was that? Lasted all of 3 months. Less than 3 months. If you're 3 months pregnant by the time you go see him,
No, I was 2 months pregnant.
now you're going to tell me that you were waiting on him and you were so in love.
Yeah.
Well, that conduct doesn't tell me the same thing. You know, don't come into this court because you're a female and I'm a female and thinking because you shed a few tears to me that's going to win me over. And I'm not suggesting that he was he was great and all of that and has no fault in this, but you were in complete control.
I know.
There were men all around you, weren't there?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, she had a few different boyfriends after the time she had gotten pregnant, and would freely talk about them when I was on the phone. And I, had this sneaking suspicion she would do that just to make me angry or make me upset to
No, I did not talk
get
to
revenge or
you
You know,
about
but this
details.
situation is no different than the men who go to war and you promise that I'm going to be faithful and I'm going to wait for you. Wait for you means you don't have affairs. Now, if you told me that I spent 10 years of my life not dealing with anyone, not having any affairs, being a faithful, loyal wife, that's one thing. But you're not being a faithful, loyal wife to him.
Yeah, she's not being a faithful, loyal wife, but to say that this is no different than your man going off to war is just a little bit crazy if you ask me. To be honest with you, this guy straight up was about to go to prison and didn't tell her that he was an escapee and was about to get arrested. This dude literally got thrown in prison the next day after getting married to her. I don't think she really realized exactly what that means when she got married to him. I believe that yes, she did promise him and then she broke the promises and that's that. But to say that this is similar to, your man going off to war is a little crazy because one is noble and this dude straight up escaped prison as a fugitive.
I don't know why you just didn't divorce him. You knew after 3 months that you didn't want to wait 10 years.
I had plenty of opportunities to divorce him. I had a couple offers, divorce him and be with me.
And why didn't you?
I made him a promise that I would stay married to him.
What does stay married to him mean? Just have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
But I
Basically,
can sleep
until
around
he
with
got
whoever
out.
I want to during these 10 years?
He said that if the situations were reversed, he'd be doing the
Why
same
you keep talking
thing.
about what he said? That's your body. You were the one misusing and abusing your body. That's what you're doing, Mrs. Simpson. Your body. Married on paper, but running around with everybody else. All you had to do was get a divorce. He filed. Why didn't you send the papers back? Sounds harsh, doesn't it?
Yes. I have a letter from him in '96. It states, I want to show and prove to you that I can be a good and reliable husband and father.
How can a person in prison be a good, reliable husband and father? He can't do anything for you in prison.
When he got out, he wanted to do that, and I believed him.
When I got out, we want to do that.
So
Diane,
if you
in that
believed
whole
him
10
then,
years, how
and
many
you-
times did you write? How many times did you come up
I
and
could
visit?
not come up and visit you, and
After
you know why.
5 years, you could. I was in for 10
You
years.
did not tell
You
me
had
that.
5 years. Yes, you knew that. You had the paperwork
You were in
yourself.
what
You were in
asking
South
this-
Dakota. You told me that you were saving up money for me to come and see you. That never materialized,
That
did
never-
it?
No, and I never called
So
you.
another
from
lie that
South
he
Dakota.
gave to
Yes.
you, and another reason and justification for you to move on with your life.
I know.
You kept getting all kind of signs and signals, but you stayed there.
Because I'm stupid.
No, I don't call you stupid, but you can't blame him. My point is, you say you want me to order him to pay for collect calls that he made to you while he was in jail? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Yes. And I want the pictures that I sent to him of me and my children.
The collect calls, which means that he dialed your number from prison.
Yeah.
And I think the way the operator does it is she warns you in advance. This call is coming from an inmate in the
Exactly.
correctional institution. Will you accept it?
He would get angry with me when I wouldn't.
Come on, Diane, please.
And Miss Simpson, what could he do to you from prison?
Nothing.
Not a thing. Anybody make you accept those collect calls?
No.
You did it for,
Because I loved him.
and now you no longer love him.
Because you love me.
I still love him.
Oh, that's it. You still love him,
And
he's with
that's the
somebody
problem.
else.
Yeah.
And that's the whole reason
I got
why
it now.
this
I
whole
understand
thing
it
is
clearly.
here. And
Now that's why you want him to pay for everything, is because you
He
still
made
love him
promises.
and he's with someone else.
He made promises to me that he didn't keep.
I made promises to you.
Do you know
If-
everybody
what about
told
your
me you would pay for
promises
those
to me?
calls.
What about your promises to me, Diane?
Well, you know what?
Do they
I don't
mean
want to
nothing?
hear about the promises either of you made, because you sound really, really silly now. Everybody who gets a divorce has made promises to each other that they didn't keep. That's why they're getting a divorce. But every time those promises are broken and people get a divorce, this court can run back inside the marriage and say, well, you remember all the shirts she bought you and the shoes she bought you and the phone calls she accepted and the meals that she cooked and the food that she brought you to the jail and da-da-da-da-da. We get to take it back now because you didn't keep your vows.
I just want this over. I just want to be done with it.
It has been over.
You know, this
It has not.
Yes, it has. Other than the
if you
paperwork,
had
it has
signed
been.
those divorce papers in 1991 when he sent them, it would have been over. You want him back.
No, I don't.
You just said you're still in love with him.
I still love him, but I don't want him back. Not after all this.
After all this,
Who's this person
After
sitting
I
here?
got out, this is my new girlfriend. Actually, not new. I've been writing her, and she's been coming to see me for the last 6-7
Yeah.
years.
So while you were still married to Miss Simpson?
No, we were.
Yes, we
No,
were.
you're still married.
Your Honor, this is
You
a matter.
are still married. Let me remind you, the divorce is not final. So you found somebody
Your Honor,
else.
Yes, I did. But as far as the divorce goes, I look in the paper, and right here it says Jeff David Simpson and Diane Michelle Simpson divorced.
Let me see that. So is that when you started a relationship with someone else?
It was after that, yeah.
I always found it really strange that when you go to divorce court, you bring your brand new girlfriend. This is his new girlfriend. Girl looks like Walmart greater value version of his soon-to-be ex-wife. It's almost like he tried to recreate his wife from memory using his 2005 flip phone. I mean, let's just be real. She looks like as if you ordered her on Temu. His girlfriend basically walked in like the budget reboot of the original. And I gotta say, man's got a type. Women who probably haven't read his criminal record yet. He picks girlfriends like he picks hairstyles, poorly and without supervision. He clearly likes women who look like they would date a fugitive with a mullet. And let's talk about the mullet, because what is the formation on his head? That's not a haircut, that's a cry for help. His mullet looks like it's been serving its own 33-year sentence. This mullet didn't escape jail with him, it broke out first. He walked into court with a mullet that looks like it was cut during a tornado with safety scissors. Bro's mullet is business in the front, prison riot in the back. But at the end of the day, he went from a loyal wife to a discount lookalike while sitting in jail for decades. That's not romance, that's bargain shopping.
It doesn't say you're divorced. It says divorce petitions filed. And it was filed, but it didn't say that it was final. So now you want me to order him to pay for what?
I want him to pay for the collect calls that during the time we were married, because now we are not together. He is with someone else now.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He told me to wait for him. And then
Did he tell you to jump over a bridge? Would you have done that?
No.
How much money in collect phone calls?
I have no idea. The total maybe $800.
How many times have you paid those bills? Didn't they come every month? Didn't the bills come every month?
Yes.
Haven't
I
that
could
money
not
been
pay
paid
them.
over and over and over again?
I could not pay them.
So what
My
happened
phone
to the
got
phone
shut
bills?
off.
And do you still owe the phone company?
Yes, I do.
Now, you want to ask me to pay the phone company whatever the balance is that's left on that outstanding bill?
No, just the collect calls.
Oh, so you don't want him to share in that? What did you owe the telephone company? That's a much more reasonable request.
I don't know. They don't have the records anymore. It's been since like 92, 93.
Oh, now, are you serious? The last 7 years? Is that what you're asking me?
But
It's been over 7 years. The
since
telephone
I
company.
lost that phone.
Right, and the telephone company hasn't sued you.
No,
And you don't know what the balance is.
No.
The statute of limitations has run. They can't sue you. They're not coming after you for what you left owing. Get out of my court. Court's adjourned.
All rise. Parties may leave the courtroom.
Okay, so let's recap. She married a man who fought his way out of jail, found out the next morning, and then watched him get thrown right back in for 33 years. She tried waiting, lasted only a few months, visited him pregnant with another man's baby, and honestly, that should have been the end. He rolls into divorce court with the worst mullet ever grown by human hands, and a new girlfriend who looks like his wife after being photocopied 12 times. This man didn't just have a type, he downgraded his type. The judge is staring at the mullet, staring at the Walmart wife, staring at the original wife, and wondering how how these people found each other outside of the clearance aisle. At the end of the day, the marriage is over, the mullet still needs parole, and the only thing truly downgraded here is his taste. And honestly, the funniest part about all of this is that the judge was not having it with his wife. She shut her down so fast and it looked like she was siding with an actual fugitive. Like, even she couldn't take the wife's storyline seriously compared to the man who had served 33 years in prison after escaping jail. But I want to know your thoughts on this. Do you think that this wife did it to herself? Is it absolutely her fault? Or do you think that she has a little bit of, play here and she just went to the wrong judge? I myself feel like, you did it to yourself. You should have honestly knew that if you were getting married to a guy who escaped jail, then most likely he's probably gonna, be tough to stay alongside. But I want to know your thoughts on this, so let me know in the comments down below.